what's next for the crypto market. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. Crypto J here with Shark Gains, coming back at you with another great video for today. We got some great news today. So let's get into the first news. We're going to have a short video for today, but I just wanted to share this with you guys so you guys can see what's going on in the market. Here in X, Quinton, here on average, Bitcoin peaks 480 days after the halving. We're currently 117 days after the Bitcoin halving, which you can see on the chart here. If we open up this chart, you can see the Bitcoin halving. We are here, right? So in this area that we are in right now shows that our Bitcoin peak should be more or less around here. So 450 days to about 600 days is where I'm looking at the peak to be around. If we go by history, right? History shows the past two, which were this green and light blue, which were the past two halvings, show us that Bitcoin peaked around this area, right? Even in the first one over here, it shows around this section here. So currently, we still have a ways to go, and this is actually good news because if you think about it, we're here, right? So we're about 117 days or 120 days, and we're having a current downtrend, right? But this is what I think it's called a shakeout event, where it is last shakeout event before we actually go anabolic, right? So that's what I think is happening. And this is good news, right? Because if we go by history, it shows us that this always happens, right? We have a shakeout, some type of shakeout event, and then we boost up higher, right? And we have other good news that I'm going to show you in a little while to kind of confirm all of this. But we're looking good. We're looking really good. So hopefully around October, September, October, and maybe when the Fed start pivoting now in September, we start seeing some movements up and maybe go anabolic in October, November. So we'll probably see some good price action happening here on the charts. All right, so just want to share this news. This is pretty cool. And yeah, that's really cool. So let's go back here and let's get into the next post over here. So if we look at Ryan's post here, 3 Bitcoin ETF insights from the quarter 2 13F filings by 100 million plus investment managers. So we got a lot of 13F filings, 100 million plus investment managers, 30% increase in institutional Bitcoin ETF holders versus Q1. So we got a 30% increase in Q2 versus Q1. 44% of the institutional holders increased their Bitcoin ETF positions in Q2. So that's a big percentage uprising, right? So hedge funds remain the biggest institutional players, right? Which is good because that's what you want to see. A lot of institutions and a lot of whales buying in, especially at these levels that we're in right now, which kind of gives us good news, and that they're counting or expecting Bitcoin to go up from now. So we might get a little bit lower. We'll go into the charts at the end of the video, but we're looking overall pretty good and really decent for the whole crypto market, especially Bitcoin, right? And which is what I like to see. Now, we can look here and look at here what Jeremy Allaire said here. Tap to pay using USDC on iPhones incoming soon. So in Apple Pay, we might see USDC. So if you have USDC, right, and you're holding USDC, or maybe in the bull run you cash out some of your crypto for USDC, you don't have to maybe put it in your bank account. You can probably just hold USDC and Apple Pay with USDC, which is the dollar, right? Using crypto, which is really cool to connect that to your Apple. If you have an Apple phone, I'm sure probably it's going to come to Google, but right now they're showing it for Apple to open payment chip on third parties and charge fees. So there might be some fees accompanied to it, but that's pretty cool to see. I like it. In 2024, Bitcoin will set a new all-time high. The spot Bitcoin ETF will be the most successful ETF launch of all time. Coinbase's revenue will double and more. And he has, if you want to go ahead and check out Ryan Rasmussen, I'm not sure how you say it, but you can check him out. He has a link here to Bitwise Invest, where it shows here are 10 crypto predictions for 2024 by the team at Bitwise Invest. So that's pretty cool. You guys can check it out. Here is his page, his Twitter page, whatever you want to call it. Let's get into the next news. We have Bitcoin Archive. Breaking. Apple opens NFC payment. So kind of what Ryan was speaking about here with the Apple Pay, right? But it says Apple opens NFC payment chip to third parties for the first time, making Bitcoin and crypto tap to pay on iPhone possible. That is really cool if they can get Bitcoin on Apple Pay, because it would just launch Bitcoin through the roof. It'll be another, motivation for Bitcoin just going crazy anabolic this bull run. I think this is going to be the biggest bull run of all time. So that'll be really cool to see. And I love it. I'm all in for it. So that's pretty cool. Also, Bitcoin Archive just in, got the American flag. The first leverage long micro strategy ETF approved by SEC Bloomberg's, right? So that's pretty cool. I think the leverage here is not as much as you would get on regular futures. On an example, KuCoin or any of the other ones, Margex or whatever. But I think this is like 5x leverage or something like that. But you guys can take a look into that and do some of the research for yourself, which is pretty cool. All right, so it's saying here, another news right here, and then see this. Two of the biggest banks in the USA just declared owning 600 million Bitcoin. Goldman Sachs, which is really cool, and Morgan Stanley 187 million, and Goldman Sachs with 418 million. That's pretty cool. Morgan Stanley also has 15,000 wealth advisors who have started pushing Bitcoin ETFs to clients. How are you bearish? Exactly. How? I mean, everything's just looking bullish and looking really good. All right, and that's about the news that we have for today. I'm going to get into the charts a little bit just to kind of show you something that I've been seeing over here. So we do have Bitcoin in this down descending trend channel right here. But we at this crazy push down that we had here that went all the way back up, we can see that we can get a higher low either here or maybe even lower, and then maybe push back above the EMAs on the daily chart, which would be really cool. Because if we go to the daily chart, let's go ahead and get a look at that. Daily chart, we're looking really good. We have a lot of resistance here at this EMA, right? At the 21 EMA and at the 150 EMA, which is the blue line. And then you got the 50 EMA right here, nice and above, right? So we're getting good resistances there. But what I was expecting for it to have was it to come down again like it is now and have a higher low bounce, maybe come above this prior swing right here, right? And get a nice little bull failure, right? So, or well, we call it a bear failure, right? Because their bears are failing. So you get a nice little bearish failure where the bears try once, bears try twice, and then we get above the prior swing, maybe have a pullback and bounce, right? And maybe we can probably break this descending trend channel, which would be bullish, right? And get a higher low. And I think after this, it's just up from there. Like we're just gonna break to 100K. That's what my prediction is. We might have one last little bounce right here above this resistant all-time high, because that normally happens, right? Where we do get a bounce creating that resistance into a support and then take off. But either way it goes, I still think that this is what we have next in store. Next for Bitcoin is that we do start getting pushed higher, and once we pass this resistance and bounce or just pass it, I think we're gonna get that big push where it just goes anabolically and crazy to the moon, push to 100K and probably even past it, right? But I think there's gonna be some type of resistance at 100K. Just a big psychological resistance is what I'm thinking. But I mean, hey, I might be wrong. We might just push right through it to 120K or 110K. So we'll see what happens, right? Nobody knows the future. Nobody here can tell the future at all. But overall, I think it's still looking bullish, right? We're still looking really, really, really good, right? Weekly charts, look how high we've pushed up. If you're like undecisive, like telling yourself you don't know if we're in a bull market or bear market, there's something wrong with you, right? If you can't see what's happening, I mean, I don't know. I mean, yes, hey, we could push down, that would suck, but I don't think that's possible to come even that as low, because there's just a lot riding on Bitcoin right now. There's all the ETFs, all the big institutions are buying in right now. It's too hard to push Bitcoin that low. Yes, we get a depression. We might see it go low, but I don't think it'll be crazy, and I think it'll get bought up really quickly. And I think before we even everybody knows we're in a depression, we'll probably be at the peak of the bull market by that time. So I mean, everything's looking really good, really decent. That's all that I have for you guys today. I just want to go ahead and share this news for you, so that you guys can see what's happening. And we're still looking bullish, guys. So stay strong out there, hold your positions, buy more. I'm not a financial advisor. This is only for education. But yes, I would consider, at least in my opinion, would be to buy more stock up now that we're at these low prices, because this might be the last time we're at these prices, and the last time for you guys to buy. So stock up, cost average, buy more, and let's get it rolling. Waiting for Bitcoin to pump, ready for these meme coins to start making a lot of millionaires, and that's about it. That's all I have for you guys today. All right. Have a great rest of your day. And if I don't see you tomorrow, have a great rest of your weekend. God bless. Peace.